And once again, I want to say greetings to each and every one of you, Aquaba, and welcome to another round of the Conscious Roster Report here on LIB Radio, LIB TV, and livinginblack.com. My name is Kedia Wadu, aka the Conscious Rasta, and weekday mornings, you and I get together live. We come at you from 9 a.m. Pacific time, that's 12 noon Eastern time, 5 p.m. GMT, and 8 p.m., 7 p.m. East Africa time. We get together with you, and we deal with a broad spectrum of activities related to human development. Today's date is Tuesday, the 15th of October, 2024 in the Western calendar. This corresponds to the year 6265 in the Kemetic calendar, to which we have realigned our cultural clock. Welcome to the 7th millennium. You have found your family in a peaceful place here on LIB Radio, LIB TV, and livinginblack.com. Today, on LIB Radio, we are summarizing our extensive series of studies on the soon-to-be-published book, Living Superfood Solutions, excuse me, which is all about how nutrition and diet supports health and longevity, or, to the contrary, can be a source of injury to too many of us. There can be no denying that in the U.S., U.K., and other developed nations have great challenges due to malnutrition and related diseases and disorders like heart disease, cancer, autoimmune disorders, obesity, diabetes, hypertension, and many others. What we wish to explore in this book is how diet and nutrition are often the keys to prevention and complete healing. So that's what's on the table today. Hopefully, you will be informed, inspired, and excited to go forward along this pathway to optimize nutrition, disease prevention, and reversing those chronic diseases and disorders that have come to plague great nations. So we've got a lot of information I think you will find wonderful, powerful, empowering on the table today. So I'm going to go right to, and I've been writing feverishly this morning as fast as I could write to get this into the record. I'm going to go into the summarizing chapter of the book. This chapter entitled Summarizing Living Superfood Solutions. I began each chapter with an inspiring quote. This one comes to us from the Greek Hippocrates. If we could give every individual the right amount of nourishment and exercise, not too little and not too much, we would have the safest way to health. That from Hippocrates. I began by talking about magnificent discoveries along life's journey. We began this book with a widely cast call to action. Most of my readers live in a country where poor nutritional choices or poor nutritional cultures have wreaked havoc with the health of many, if not most, of the nation's citizens. Rates of chronic and acute diseases are appalling in the U.S., U.K., Canada, EU, and other wealthy developed nations. Similarly, across lesser developed regions, such as the CARICOM region, Central and South America, and across, here, bear with me one sec, and across the African continent, in places where household prosperity has led to the adoption of the Western diet, health agencies are reporting a rapid and dramatic rise in non-communicable diseases, NCDs, that had previously been regarded as hallmarks of poor diets in wealthy countries. In many parts of the world, poverty has traditionally been associated with underweight due to protein deficiency from malnutrition. Increasingly, this has reversed, especially in the wealthier nations. And today, in the U.S., impoverished households have the highest rates of overweight, obesity, and related diseases and disorders, leading to premature disability and death from cardiovascular diseases, cancers, hypertension, diabetes, kidney failure, and other chronic diseases. Collectively, this epidemic of chronic diseases is challenging and even reversing centuries of expanding life expectancy. Within Living Superfood Solutions, we addressed many of these chronic diseases that are plaguing nations. Along this journey, we have strived to prove the common thread linking heart disease, cancer, metabolic syndrome disorders, mental illnesses, autoimmune diseases, inflammatory conditions, acquired immune deficiencies, and all causes of morbidity and mortality. That common thread is malnutrition. There is a common thread to this complex narrative. Logically, we can thus deduce that the common thread of malnutrition is best resolved with optimized nutrition. Throughout the book, we have taken on the task of preventing and resolving these disorders with suggested foods, supplements, and medicinal herbs, which have demonstrated a long record of providing effective relief from these disease pandemics. In addition, we've demonstrated the immense benefits of not eating by using various fasting techniques that have proven to upgrade our health and resistance to debilitation from diet-related illnesses. I have created numerous lists of such beneficial agents to include herbs, nutritional supplements, antioxidant foods, alkaline-forming foods, optimized nutrition for gut health, foods that support mental, neurological, and cognitive function, as well as multiple mechanisms for nutrition to support healthy longevity. As well, we have also exposed that commonly eaten, quote, foodstuffs, unquote, are known to increase the risk of cancer, cardiovascular diseases, stroke, diabetes, hypertension, and other major killers within modern society. I hope that you have gathered from the book, from this series of workshops, lectures, podcasts, I hope that you have gathered from Living Superfood Solutions how inadequate has been the response of how inadequate has been the response of government, regulatory agencies, the medical establishment, drug manufacturers, mass media, food processors, and the agricultural sector to protect the public from this massive impact of an inappropriate dietary culture of the nation. We live in a sickly society that celebrates disgusting eating habits and unapologetically laughs at those suffering from diet-related overweight, gluttony, and unconscious eating of most anything that is widely promoted through ubiquitous advertising. Your wellness fate is in your power of will. Let me repeat. Your wellness fate is in your power of will. We have arrived at the point in the book where I ask my readers to make a firm choice about the lifestyle habits that they will adhere to for life. I write from personal experience, as well as a 50-year background in multiple biological science disciplines. To the best of my abilities, I strive to demonstrate each of the benefits that I report from living a life embedded in a foundation of vegan, mostly raw, organic, home-prepared, superfood-centered nutrition that has proven appropriate for the human primate species. We all have the responsibility of directing our will toward the life that we plan for ourselves and family members, whose health outcome we assume as our responsibility. I know that it can be hard at times to convince those that we love that we serve our mutual love and support best by staying as healthy as our circumstances can allow. Most of us within this lifestyle know very well that convincing sickly family, friends, and other loved ones to take better care of themselves by dietary wisdom can be a frustrating exercise. I frequently tune in to social media broadcasts featuring people with the worst eating habits. One particular program that immediately comes to mind is My 600-Pound Life, originally broadcast on the cable television network TLC. Within these programs, the central theme is that the subject of each program has put their life in danger with the absolute worst eating habits, obsessing with the comfort aspects of eating, experiencing a spectrum of life-threatening disorders, and ultimately turning to gastric bypass surgery as the only perceived solution to their crises. One can find numerous similar streaming broadcasts that feature people whose chronic diseases have gotten out of control through malnutrition. However, we can also find many documentaries wherein the adoption of optimized diet and nutrition has allowed women and men to remarkably recover their health and vitality, and to overcome a spectrum of diet-related diseases. We live in a world where massive societal changes are occurring at an ever more rapid pace. Unfortunately, within these developed societies, overweight and obesity have led to a spectrum of debilitating disorders. I listed 33 of these particular disorders in an earlier chapter of this book. In certain societies and subsets of populations, overweight and obesity have exceeded 70 to 80% of their members. I should say overweight or obesity has, because I'm putting them both together in that statistic, overweight or obesity has exceeded 70 to 80% of their members. This is undeniably an unacceptable degeneration of such a group's members' health status. If not for yourself, change for the children's sake. I repeat, if not for yourself, please consider change for the children's sake. So I pulled up several researches on this as I was writing today. I wrote as fast as I possibly could. And what I am going to do right now is go to these summaries of these lists that I found. The first one I want to go to is from Brave. Again, Brave browser is a browser that I highly recommend, especially for those of us who are not satisfied with the security, safety, and protection of our privacy afforded by Google's Chrome or Microsoft's, what do they call their browser? Microsoft's browser, you know what it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Microsoft Edge. So again, the search lists 10 reasons to improve nutrition patterns that will benefit children and future generations, as well as provide a brief explanation for each. Brave was the first one I pulled up, listing 10. Number 1, optimal brain development. Adequate nutrition during early childhood lays the foundation for brain development, cognitive function, and academic achievement. Improved nutrition patterns ensure better cognitive outcomes and reduced risk of neurodevelopmental disorders. Number 2, reduced obesity and chronic diseases. Healthy eating habits in childhood reduce the risk of obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease later in life. Improved nutrition patterns set children up for a healthier future and reduced healthcare burdens that are currently bankrupting families. Number 3, stronger immune systems. An optimized diet, rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, nuts, seeds, tubers, plant-based, supports immune system development, reducing the risk of infections and autoimmune disorders. Stronger immune systems benefit children and future generations. Number 4, better oral health. A diet low in added sugars and high in calcium and fluoride. I'm going to eliminate that fluoride from this. Calcium and other minerals promotes healthy teeth and reduced risk of cavities. Improved nutrition patterns contribute to better oral health and reduce dental care costs. And I would say reduce oral inflammatory conditions. Number 5, enhanced bone density. Adequate calcium and vitamin D intake during childhood and adolescence supports bone development, reducing the risk of osteoporosis and fractures later in life. Stronger bones benefit children and future generations. Number 6, improved mental health. A balanced diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, fiber, antioxidants, and minerals, and fiber supports mental health and reduces the risk of depression and anxiety disorders. Improved nutrition patterns promote better mental well-being. Number 7, reduced allergy and asthma risk. Exclusive breastfeeding and introduction of allergenic foods in a controlled manner reduce the risk of allergies and asthma. Improved nutrition patterns during infancy and early childhood benefit children's respiratory health. Number 8 on the list of how optimized nutrition benefits our children and future generations, better eye health. And I did a report here. It was less than a year ago, talking about the widespread of myopathy. Myopathy. I'm talking about the degeneration of people's eyes, especially when we look at the high percentage of children in certain countries, especially Asian countries, of children are wearing glasses. We're talking about over 50% in certain populations. It's also a plague happening in the United States. So better eye health, a diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, zinc, and antioxidants supports eye development and reduces the risk of age-related macular degeneration and cataracts. Improved nutrition patterns lessen the need for eyeglasses. That's very important, people. We have to start looking at these things in context. Number 9 on this list of 10 offered by Brave: increased food security. Improved nutrition patterns and food education empowers parents and caregivers to make informed food choices, reducing food insecurity and improving overall health and well-being. And number 10 on this first inquiry: intergenerational health benefits. Healthy eating habits and nutrition patterns during childhood and adolescence set the stage for a healthier future, reducing the risk of chronic diseases and promoting better health outcomes for future generations. Each of these reasons highlights the importance of improving nutritional patterns during childhood and adolescence to benefit not only individual health, but also the health and well-being of future generations for whole nations, for the whole planet. Powerful list shared by Brave. And real quickly, what I'm going to do is copy, cut, and paste this. Now, you're going to actually watch me or witness me, kind of how I do this for the book. So what I'm going to first do is copy, cut, and paste this. Bear with me while this thing fumbles around. And I'm going to paste this list in, and then I have to merge a couple of these lists together. Okay, so give me a few seconds here. I've got to do a couple of corrections, and I'll do those corrections a little bit later because it's going to be a little bit time consuming unless I can do it real quickly, because I have to create a numbered list for this. I'll do that off the air. For those of you who've ever taken my writing course, From Pen to Power, 90 Days to Write and Publish Your Book, we actually do what I'm doing right now in the background. We do it together as a group so that people could understand how quickly get your book formatted. So as I am chatting in the background, I'm also saying none for numbering of this list. Let's do it first. Give it a number list, then remove the numbered list. Change it to normal style font, and then add a numbered list. And as I added the numbered list, okay, that looks good now. Okay, so we have created this numbered list, to which we're now going to start adding these other particular ones. And of course, we had to add them where they fit in. Copilot. I asked Copilot, list 10 reasons to improve nutritional patterns that will benefit children and future generations. Copilot said, here are 10 reasons. Number 1, supports brain development. Now, that was on our previous list. So at this particular point, what I will do is grab the same search from different search engines, paste, I'll use 4 of them in this case, paste all 4 of them in the same paragraph, read that paragraph through, and then edit it to make one cohesive statement in my own words. So that's how we do that. Working with AI, but AI is, in my opinion, at best, at very best, it provides about a 70% satisfaction on return. Sometimes it's worse than 40%. So therefore, doing multiple AI searches, combining them, and then rewriting the combined text in your own word is, from my perspective, literary integrity. It is using the tool, but at the same time recognizing that the tool has its limitations. So here's one thing I have to do. I don't know why, but for some odd reason, I asked for 10 and it gave me 11. Oh, here we go. There we go. And okay, going forward, number 1, supports brain development. Proper nutrition is crucial for brain development in children, enhancing cognitive functions and academic performance. Number 2, boosts immunity. A balanced diet, and I don't like that word balanced diet, an optimized diet. There's a difference between balancing between good and bad, and optimizing, which is identify and eliminate the bad. But they wrote, a balanced diet strengthens the immune system, helping children fight off illnesses and infections. Number 3, promotes healthy growth. Adequate nutrition ensures children grow at a healthy rate, reducing the risk of stunted growth and developmental delays. That also ties into the functioning of the pituitary gland. And let me just put that in my notes. Pituitary glandular function regulates growth. Number 4, maintains healthy weight. Good eating habits help children maintain a healthy weight, preventing obesity and related health issues. And that also goes into the self-esteem of the children, because overweight children tend to be the subject of ridicule. Number 5, strengthens bones. Nutrient-rich foods contribute to strong bones, reducing the risk of fractures and osteoporosis later in life. Number 6, improves digestive health. A diet rich in fiber and nutrients supports a healthy digestive system, preventing gastrointestinal issues and dysbiosis, which is a disruption of the gut microbiome. Number 7, enhances mental health. Proper nutrition improves mood and mental health, reducing the risk of depression, anxiety, and reduces the diagnosis of ADHD and other psychiatric diseases. I should say disorders. Number 8, supports muscle development. An adequate protein intake is essential for muscle growth and repair, supporting physical activity and overall fitness. Number 9, reduces chronic disease risk. Healthy eating patterns lower the risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and certain cancers, along with other such as asthma and allergies. which can begin in early childhood. Going forward, number 10 sets lifelong habits. Establishing eating habits early in life, establishing healthy eating habits early in life, sets the foundation for lifelong healthy behaviors and well-being. Ask the same question, and I'm going to show you, attempting to show you the distinctions between these various search engine outcomes. DuckDuckGo, 10 reasons to improve, and a brief explanation of each. Number 1 from DuckDuckGo is enhanced growth and development. Proper nutrition is crucial for children's growth and development. Nutrient-rich diets support physical growth, brain development, and overall health, ensuring children reach their full potential. This foundation fosters a healthier population, reducing the risk of developmental delays and chronic diseases in future generations. That was a great explanation. Good job, DuckDuckGo. Let me real quickly, just a little bit of formatting on this because this is going to be very helpful. Number 2, improves academic performance. Nutrition significantly impacts cognitive function and academic performance. Well-nourished children tend to have better concentration, memory, and problem-solving skills. By prioritizing healthy eating, we can enhance educational outcomes, equipping future generations with the knowledge and skills needed to thrive in a competitive world. And I also want to add into this statement the impact higher levels of BDNF. Just putting this in as a note, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is a hormone secreted by the hippocampus, manufactured in the hippocampus, that is associated with memory and learning. Higher levels of BDNF. Number 3 on our list, reduce risk of chronic diseases. Healthy eating patterns can lower the risk of chronic diseases, such as obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. By instilling good nutrition habits early, we can prevent these conditions from developing in children and reduce healthcare costs for future generations for the nation, promoting a healthier society overall. And that for the generation was kind of redundant there. I didn't read the last of that sentence. But we are up to number 4, stronger immune system. A balanced diet, optimized diet. I'm going to change the word right now because I quit complaining. An optimized diet, rich in vitamins and minerals, strengthens the immune system, helping children fight off infections and illnesses. By improving nutrition, we can enhance children's resilience to diseases, leading to healthier lives and reduce healthcare burdens for future generations. Number 5, mental health benefits. Number 5, bear with me, trying to do too many things at one time. Nutrition plays a vital role in mental health. Diets high in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains are linked to lower rates of anxiety and depression. By promoting healthy eating, we can support emotional well-being in children, fostering a generation that is mentally resilient and capable. Number 6, sustainable food choices. Teaching children about nutrition includes understanding sustainable food practices. By encouraging plant-based diets and local sourcing, we can reduce environmental impact and promote sustainability. This awareness will empower future generations to make choices that protect the planet and ensure food security. Number 7, healthy weight management. Establishing healthy eating patterns helps children maintain a healthy weight. This reduces the risk of obesity-related issues and promotes lifelong healthy habits. By prioritizing nutrition, we can combat the obesity epidemic and foster a culture of health for future generations. Number 8, social and emotional skills. Shared meals and cooking experiences enhance social and emotional skills. Teaching children to prepare and enjoy healthy foods together fosters communication, teamwork, and emotional bonding. These skills are essential for building strong relationships and communities in future generations. Number 9, cultural awareness and diversity. Improving nutrition patterns can promote cultural awareness through diverse food choices. Exposing children to various cuisines encourages appreciation for different cultures and traditions. This understanding fosters inclusivity and respect, shaping future generations that value diversity and global citizenship. And number 10, investing in children's nutrition can lead to long-term economic benefits. Healthier children are more likely to succeed academically and professionally, contributing positively to the economy. By prioritizing nutrition, we create a more productive workforce and reduce healthcare costs, benefiting society as a whole. That was really very good, and that particular research was from DuckDuckGo. Good job, DuckDuckGo. You really did a wonderful job on that one. The last of these 4 different inquiries, and I hope you don't mind, is from Ecosia. First of all, before I get to that, let me just take a second here to check and see if my listening audience is joining me today and signing in and saying hello. We always love that when people collaborate and cooperate together. I don't see a listening audience there. Looking at the Rumble, let me double check over here I've got all these windows open. To my StreamYard family, I have you in the house. Always great to have you. We are simulcasting today as well on YouTube. You Now family is in the house. Alter Ego and 40 Spedlin in the house. We welcome you to our listening audience today. You are welcome. You found your family in a peaceful place on LNB Radio, LNB TV, and livinginblack.com. What we are doing today is summarizing the book, Living Superfood Solutions. And the summary chapter, we are at the point now if saying if we're not going to do it for ourselves, then do it for the children and for future generations. Ecosia AI is the last of the 4 search engines. I gave them the prompt, give me 10 reasons to improve nutritional patterns for children and future generations, along with a brief explanation of each. The first one Ecosia comes to is enhance growth and development. Proper nutrition is crucial for children's growth and development. Nutrient-rich foods support physical growth, brain development, and overall health, ensuring that children reach their full potential, both physically and mentally. Number 2, number 2 is improved cognitive function. Again, these do overlap. I will combine them later. Improved cognitive function. A balanced diet, rich in vitamins and minerals, can enhance cognitive function. Nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and B vitamins support brain health, leading to better concentration, memory, and academic performance. Number 3, stronger immune system. Good nutrition strengthens the immune system, reducing the risk of infections and illnesses. A diet high in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains provides essential nutrients that help the body fight off pathogens effectively. Number 4, reduce risk of chronic diseases. Healthy eating patterns established in childhood can prevent chronic diseases later in life. A diet low in processed foods and high in nutrients can reduce the risk of obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease, and all of the other non-communicable diseases. And let me just put that point. NCDs, non-communicable diseases, and heart disease. Number 5, healthy weight management. Nutrition plays a key role in maintaining a healthy weight. Teaching children about balanced diets helps them to develop healthy eating habits, reducing the risk of obesity and its associated health problems. Number 6, better mental health. Nutrition impacts mental health significantly. Diets rich in whole foods can help reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, the impact of excitotoxins on the brain. Better mental health, promoting emotional well-being and resilience in children. Number 7 of our list of benefits for the children. Number 7, educating children about nutrition can lead to more sustainable food choices. Understanding the impact of food production on the environment encourages future generations to choose locally sourced, organic, and plant-based options. Number 8 on the list, cultural and culinary appreciation. Improving nutrition patterns can foster an appreciation for diverse cuisines and cultural foods. This encourages children to explore various flavors and cooking methods, enriching their culinary experiences and cultural understanding. Number 9, economic benefits. Investing in proper nutrition can lead to long-term economic benefits for whole nations, for whole societies. Healthy children are more likely to perform well in school and become productive adults, reducing healthcare costs associated with diet-related diseases. And number 10, lifelong healthy habits. Establishing healthy eating patterns early in life sets the foundation for lifelong habits. Children who learn the importance of nutrition are more likely to carry these habits into adulthood, promoting overall well-being for future generations. So that takes us to the end. I read 4 different lists of 10. They overlap somewhat. Some of them were distinct. So I think that probably the final list, when I put it together, will be about a list of 15 benefits of establishing healthy nutrition habits early in life for the benefit of our children and future generations. What I can do at this particular point, bear with me here, is I'm going to go ahead and copy, cut, and paste this whole bulk over here into my working document, which will make it kind of a little bit, not too bad, but a little bit of a mess. But then I'll come back and off the air start summarizing, combining these. So paste plain text. And but we do the best we can to do the best that we can. Always striving to get more so that we can do better. So each of these reasons highlights the importance of improving nutritional patterns during childhood and adolescence to benefit not only individual health, but also the health and well-being of future generations for whole nations. And this is, of course, the Summarizing Living Superfood Solutions is a chapter. We've gone through magnificent discoveries along life's journey. We talked about there's a common thread to this complex narrative. We talked about your wellness fate is in your power of will. And then we just talked about, if not for yourself, change for the children. And to wrap it up, it really comes down to a nation's commitment. A nation's commitment to health and wellness future. A nation's commitment to a health and wellness future. That's the last subchapter. I did produce a book called The Global Health and Wellness Future. And I'm just going to pull that book off the shelf here real quickly. It's got a bright blue cover, and it seems to have disappeared on my shelf for right now. Here it is. Here it ain't. I usually keep all of my books over here on this particular shelf, but I'm not seeing it right now. I know I could go into the next room and grab a copy off of that bookshelf, but I know the book very well. And among the many things we use research to show that between the mid-2023 and 2027, the global health and wellness economy was expected to expand from its 2023 total of $5.1 trillion to an estimated, it was estimated to grow just under $3 trillion to $8 trillion global health and wellness economy by the year 2027. So that leads us to the point that there is a great growth in the global health and wellness economy, expanding by 2.9 trillion during this period. So within that growth and expanse, significant portions of that growth were related to increasing awareness, participation, and engagement with health, with food and nutrition, diet, food, nutrition, and healing resorts are significant in this increase. Diet, food, nutrition, and healing resorts are significant in this increase. Individuals using nutrition will have greater opportunities within this future. So I'm going to list a bunch of different reasons why living superfood solutions should be taken. Organic farming is another advantage. Food processing must change to support optimal health. So therefore, moving away from chemical-based preservatives, from packaging, food packaging, must change through food processing, which includes preserving the food. Also, the use of chemicals masquerading as foods must significantly decrease. Eating high amounts of meat hurts the environment and is unsustainable. As more and more people come into the middle class, everybody wants to eat like the Romans eat. That's unsustainable for the planet. There are many careers to be developed along this pathway. And that's what we want to end on that note. There are many careers to be developed along this pathway. I have developed a career as a clinical nutritionist. And I love being a clinical nutritionist. I love talking to people. I love listening to people. That's one of the key hallmarks of being a clinical nutritionist, is that it demands that we learn to listen to people. And I really enjoy that. So we have gone through this book. I'm just going to wrap it up. I will include a bibliography. Still working on editing the book. It will include a bibliography of various texts, including probably at least 10 of my own books will be in the bibliography, but also books on healing. Several books by Dr. Gary Null, Dr. Gabrielle Cousins. I have a book called The Kidney Cancer Miracle, which goes deep into nutrition. 2 books right here on my bookshelf. 101 Solutions for Cancer. The book, The Great Prostate Hoax, will be a reference for this book as well, as we do talk about reproductive health for men and women in this book. A number of books. And I just ordered and got one, two, or did I get three? I think I just got three new books on herbal medicine. And I have the Encyclopedia of Popular Herbs I just got. I also got the Modern Encyclopedia of Herbs. And those books are very valuable. Those become part of my clinical nutrition arsenal of things that we can use to optimize our health. In this book, I listed powerful lists of herbs that can be used to help us, such as nutritional management of mental health. I know there was a long list of herbs I put in that chapter. There's several lists of these solutions. So here's what we covered in the book. There was, of course, the introductory chapter, which was yesterday's broadcast. The second chapter of the book, chapter 2, the silent corruption of convenience eating. Chapter 3, medical costs are bankrupting the middle class. Chapter 4, the relationship of chronic diseases to malnutrition. Chapter 5, the science behind nutrition and health. Chapter 6, we are essentially energy beings. Chapter 7, dietary strategies for cardiovascular health. Chapter 8, superfood versus cancer, who wins? Chapter 9, managing diabetes and with diet. Chapter 10, combating obesity through nutrition. Chapter 11, vitiligo as an autoimmune disorder. Chapter 12, kidney disease, a nutritional approach. Chapter 13, gut health and chronic disease. Chapter 14, inflammation and diet. Chapter 15, bone health and nutrition. Chapter 16, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Chapter 17, nutritional management of mental health. Chapter 18, sickle cell disease. Chapter 19, addressing chronic immune insufficiency diseases. Chapter 20, the benefits of a 3-day water fast. And chapter 21, summarizing living superfood solutions. So 21 chapters. That's a good size book. It's going to, in the final version, it's probably going to be right exactly around 300 pages long. I hope that you have enjoyed taking this journey with your brother around the subject of living superfood solutions. It's going to be a beautiful life. We do talk about life expectancy, longevity, and in the bibliography I will include 2 of my books, Living Superfood, Longevity, and 100 Plus Lifespan. I'm putting a whole lot in this book, although this book is specifically targeted at these very specific diseases and disorders that I talked about. I could have kept on going and going and going and going. I could have written a lot more about reproductive disorders like fibroids, ovarian cancer, breast cancer, endometriosis. I could have written much more about erectile dysfunction, prostate diseases. I could have written quite a bit more about the impact of endocrine disrupting chemicals on the subject of gender dysphoria. I could have written, instead of 21 chapters, I know I could think right of in the next 2 or 3 minutes of another 8 or more chapters to include in this book. But at a certain point we have to say, let's wrap it up, let's get it out there, and let's let the research in the book do the work that it was intended to do, and that is to prevent and reverse chronic diseases, as well as, to no small extent, I wrote this book for myself. To no small extent, this book is written for me. Number 1, to help me prevent diseases and disorders in my life. I don't want any of them. I don't want premature deaths from heart disease. I don't want cancer. I don't want diabetes, hyperglycemia. I don't want hypertension. I don't want to have a stroke, be debilitated at a young age by a stroke. I don't want ever to be overweight and or obese. Just this morning, I had my morning ritual. I am still on my autumn equinox detox fast, and we did write about detox fasting in this book. And my numbers are great. My early morning exercise routine, where normally weekdays it's 150, weekends it's 100. Well, now I added 5 reps every 2 days. And as of yesterday and today, I did 200 of the 3 different core exercises. And I've added other peripheral exercises that also complement this. So for 1/2 hour this morning, I got up and I pumped it and I worked it. I worked the body to sweat. That's how we exercise for life, people. That's how we do it for life, for vitality, for energy. And then when I went in to weigh myself, I put on my birthday suit, stepped on the scale. And the scale this morning said 150.9 pounds, which is just a little bit over what I want to maintain. I prefer to maintain it at 145. And in the last 3 days of my detox fast, I'm going to do water only, as I did at the beginning of the fast. And it will be at 145 when I finish this 28-day detox. And then I have between fasting till winter solstice. There's a natural mystic blowing in the air, people. And if we listen carefully with our inner eye, we can hear it. And it is calling us forward, calling for us to be at peace within, to be aware, to manifest our greatest individual and collective potential. This natural mystic is calling us to create peace, love, prosperity, well-being, empathy, and compassion on this beautiful water-covered pearl of a planet. I am convinced that living Superfood Solutions helps me find this inner sense of well-being, peace, and manifestation. It helps me to become more tolerant and understanding of others who are not as fortunate as myself, or not as well educated and or will-powered as myself. Nonetheless, have compassion for them. If I have all of this wonderful willpower, then share it with others. Don't use it to compare yourselves and saying, well, I'm better than that person because I don't eat junk food, garbage food, and others that are inappropriate for the human physiological type. Be compassionate, people. Be loving. This whole planet is in peril because of the destructive tendencies of these carnivores disguised as human beings. We can do better than that. We can most certainly do better than that. And on that note, I think I've talked long enough. I've talked myself into yawning. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a beautiful day. Because we are a beautiful, beautiful people. And beautiful people do what beautiful people do to make the world a better place. We take a look at ourselves, and then we make that internal shift, that internal paradigm shift, that internal change and transformation, from which we are better able to change in the larger society, to change in the world, to make it all closer, closer, closer ever to the summum bonum, the greatest good, that we could possibly manifest. You've been tuned into your favorite. We aim to be your favorite. We are LIB Radio, LIB TV. We are living in black.com. So the book we have been studying, and I'm wrapping it up right now. This is our last study session for the book, Living Superfood Solutions, using nutrition to combat dietary strategies, I should say. I keep forgetting to read the subtitle as it's written. Dietary strategies that prevent and reverse common chronic diseases. So this was a good day. This was a great study. I hope you do agree. Living Superfood Solutions is in your ear, and this study series is in the record. Coinciding with the release of the book, I'll also put together the audio collection. And through the audio collection, you can revisit these studies again and again and again, or focus on the ones that might particularly be pertinent to your condition, to your health, to your optimized diet and nutrition, and your healthy lifespan. Peace and prosperity to each and every one of you on LIB Radio, LIB TV, and on livinginblack.com. Peace, y'all.